Okay, I'm going to speak on Shikshashtakam. Everybody knows Shikshashtakam, no? I know, all devotees. But the point is, the topic of today is holy name. Because Shikshashtakam has to do with holy name. So why do we chant what we chant? And what is the effect of chanting? What is the goal of chanting? How should we chant? What should we think while chanting? All these questions are answered by Lord Chaitanya in his Shikshashtakam. So I'll not go in details because it's impossible to do that. But let's see what Prabhupada has to say on all these things. And also let's see how much we know about these things. Okay, so actually Prabhupada in one of his lectures he says that Mahaprabhu ordered his disciples to write many books. Like Rupa Goswami, he ordered to write many books. And then other Goswamis, Srinivasacharya. There's a tradition of writing books in our Sampradaya, in any Vaishnava Sampradaya. Jiva Goswami written many books, and it's good to write. Prabhupada wrote many books. Bhaktivinoda Thakur, innumerable books. But Mahaprabhu gave us just 8 verses. Prabhupada said that. And in those 8 verses, he has summarized all his philosophy. Everything. Mahaprabhu wrote one more book on Nyaya, which he threw in Ganges on the request of his friend. But besides that, we have 8 verses. How do we know that he wrote 8 verses? He didn't write 8 verses, he spoke it at different times. And Sarup Damodar, his secretary, he recorded it in his book, which is called as Sarup Damodar Kadcha. Kadcha means notes. Previously I used to say Kachada, but it's not Kachada, it's Karcha. It's Karcha. Karcha means notes, so he used to write there. And he passed this notes to Raghunath Das Goswami. And when he went to Vrindavan, he gave it to Rupa Sanatan, and that's how we know. So what is this there in these 8 verses? Mahaprabhu is glorifying, he's telling about holy name. And the first verse he is telling, what is the effect of chanting of holy name? Not effect, but side effect. You can say side effect of chanting holy name. What is a side effect? Just like we take aspirin, and side effect is loose motion. You know aspirin. Of course, it treats fever, but side effect is loose motion sometimes. Or maybe sometimes metallic taste. Something. So, there's some side effects of holy name, but those side effects are nice. And what are those side effects? That's in first verse. And also, Prabhupada says in one of his lecture, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu begins his teachings with glorifying the holy name. The system is first to glorify Krishna and then to pray to him. So first he glorifies holy name and then prays to holy name. The holy name is in traditional Gaudiya Math, we call as Naam, Hari Naam, but Bhakti Santa used to call it as Naam Prabhu. It's a person. Holy name is a person, incarnation of God. That's why when we chant, we should remember that we are with God. Although we might not consciously realize, but we are with God. So we have to give full attention to chanting. I'll come to that point. Okay, so what are the glories of holy name? There are 8 glories or 8 effects of chanting of holy name that we all know. And I'll ask you in between, so you must answer me. So the first effect is Cheto Darpana Marjanam. That basically means by chanting holy names, your heart will be purified. Now, what do you mean by purification? What do you mean by that? Anybody? Okay, purified from the negative, animalistic tendencies. Lust, anger, greed. But that's it. That's what you mean by purification?
This is very first level, you can say, and after that there is a second level.
What's that?
Very ahankar. possible.
But purification means just removing of something. That's what. Actually, Srila Prabhupada in many of his lectures and books, he writes purification means developing service attitude. Is it? Because if we simply say purification means removal of lust, anger, greed, that even jnanis can do, no? Yogis. And what's the difference between devotees and yogis? Difference is, devotees feel purified when they develop service attitude to Krishna. Even if we can get rid of lust, anger, greed, but there is no service attitude, we are not purified. That is why in Bhagavatam there is a verse, Vyasadeva says that Yamadi Yoga Pataye. Okay, so there is a verse in Srimad Bhagavatam, Yamadi Yoga Pataye Kama Loba Ahat Muhu. Vyasadeva says that by practicing yogic practices, you can get rid of lust, anger, greed. It is possible. But because they have not served Krishna, they'll never attain satisfaction of life. So, you see, Tathatma dhana shamyati, Vyasadeva says. So, if you give this answer, removal of lust, anger, greed only, that's not complete answer, no? Complete answer is purification means you don't have your own stupid ideas. In one word, no? To get rid of lust, anger, greed, if you think about it, that's a stupid idea of yogis, no? Okay, I want to get rid of lust, anger, greed without service of Krishna. That's another stupid idea. So, we were reading morning, Prabhupada says in Gita that to be free of sense gratification, which is born of mental concoction. So purification means purifying of your mental concoction, purifying of your nonsense in your head. That nonsense may be enjoying this word, or that nonsense may be renouncing this word. Both things. That nonsense might be getting lust, anger, greed. That nonsense may be getting rid of lust, anger, greed without Krishna. So purification means having service attitude to Krishna, because that's what Krishna wants. That's not nonsense. What Krishna desires, we do. Purification means becoming aligned with the plan of Lord. That's what we are discussing Gita. Yes. That is Gita all about. Gita is not just telling get freed of Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh. That's not what is Gita all about. Become aligned with my plan and you will automatically get free of all other things. That's the idea. So that's purification. Purification is nothing to do with negative absence of something. It is presence of something. It is not absence of lust, anger, greed. It is presence of service attitude. Presence of Krishna. Wherever there is Krishna, you are purified. So that's a complete definition. Cheto Darpana Marjanam. Prabhupada says in one of his lecture in Cheto Darpana Marjanam that Lord is there in our heart, but there is dust. So when dust is removed, you can see the Lord. That's purification. To see Krishna within your heart, that is purification. Okay. Cheto Darpana Marjanam. Bhav Mahadavagani Nirvapanam. Second effect of holy name is Bhav Mahadavagani Nirvapanam. What do you understand by this? I want quick answers because otherwise I can't finish this. Quick. No time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Time over.
Coming out of cycle of birth and death.
Bhama Davagani Nirvapanam. Okay. Anything else? Davagani Nirvapanam. There's a fire of material existence. We are influenced by modes of material nature, no? That's the fire. If you have fire in the house, what will you do? You will run here and there, no? That's what modes are doing. Mode of passion, run after money. No, we're running, no. So fire makes us run. So modes are making us run. Here and there. Mode of passion after money, success, Papa. Mode of goodness, run in morning walks. That's mode of goodness, no. Still they're running. Mode of ignorance, running after drugs. intoxications. So you're running. And that's what is fire all about. So the effect of holy name, it will extinguish the fire. That means holy name will ask you to stop for some time and think. Stop and think. Don't keep on running. Otherwise you'll not be able to think. Is it? Hang on, people say. So holy name helps us to understand, hang on, just hang on. Think what is the aim of life. That is Bhavmahadavagani Nirvapanam. Prabhupada explains. You see, Prabhupada's explanation of everything is very practical. This is all Prabhupada explaining. In Chaitanya Charitamrita explains this. There are other explanations by other acharyas, but how Prabhupada explains, that's different. If we read all acharyas and if we read Prabhupada, there is a difference. And the difference is Prabhupada is practical. This is a good practical definition, no? Okay, stop running, hang on. And now it makes sense. Okay, fine, This is holy name will give you a power to stop. It's difficult, no? If you ask your neighbor, okay, stop and think, what's the aim of life? He says, no time. That's all. He says, I can't think. He knows that it should be done, but he can't do. He doesn't have power to stop. So, Bhav Mahadavagani Nirvapanam, holy name will give you the power to stop and think. That's what holy name is doing. Because it will reduce the influence of modes. Modes of nature, ignorance, passion, affect, and you can sit and think. Okay, and the third effect is Bhav Mahadavagani Nirvapanam. Shreya Kairiva Chandrika Vitarnam. What do you mean by that? Kairiva Chandrika Vitarnam. Anybody? Shreya means benefit. The Shreya means what is a benefit in your life. Kairiva means flower, white flower. Chandrika means moon. Vitarnam means moonshine. So this means that holy name is like a moon, which Prabhupada says the benediction rays of moon. Some Prabhupada says like that, benediction rays of moon. So white lotus flower. Devotion is like white lotus flower. Small bud. Holy name will help us to blossom that bud. In Sanskrit it is called prasfutit. Prasfutit. So now our devotion is aprasfutit. It is like a bud, small bud. There is no aroma, there is no smell, it's just there, small. And holy name, by its cool moonshine, it will help that bud to blossom. Now what is the practical meaning of that? Is this something metaphorical, no? Hare Krishna. So what's the practical meaning of this? Anybody, what's the practical meaning?
Maybe I can try.
No problem.
So, right now our Krishna Prem is in Supta Avastha, so by chanting holy name it will awake.
Okay, good, yeah. So holy name helps us to revive our Krishna consciousness. Prabhupada says many times, no? Revive our dormant Krishna consciousness. It is there in you. Devotion is a call of soul. If you want to call something, you use voice. Come here, no? If you want to call your girlfriend, you use your heart. Hi, how are you? It's not voice, it is heart. And she can know that it's your heart. But if you want to call God, the voice comes from soul. It's a difference. There's a difference in that. And that is what holy name gives us a power. Holy name gives us the power to call God from the platform of soul. Not from voice, not from heart. Not even heart. Heart is out. Christianity uses this word, heart. Use your heart to call your Almighty Father. But I was talking to a Christian in Denver, like he was a monk since 25 years in Orthodox Christianity. And he was saying actually these Christians, they have translated wrong. The original Greek word is nous. Nous, N-O-U-S, which doesn't mean heart, which means soul. But in modern translations, this translation is done by Catholics. King James Version, you know this? So this version, so they have translated news as heart. And that's where there is confusion. In Bible, if you read Bible, you can understand, Kingdom of God, heaven. Heart. No, and that creates confusion. We have to go beyond heart, we have to go beyond body. It's much beyond that. It is transcendental. It is soul. And when you chant, you can know it is call of soul. Prabhupada says, in chanting of Hare Krishna mantra, that lecture, it is a call of soul to God, just like child cries for his mother. Prabhupada uses soul there. Prabhupada doesn't use heart. Why? Because Prabhupada knows what he's talking. Prabhupada's every word cannot be changed for next 10,000 years. He's Acharya. He knows what he's saying. And that's we have to understand. Okay. Shreya Kaireva Chandrika Vitarnam. Okay, fine. So, holy name gives us a power to come to spiritual platform. That's the point. And then call from their God. Vidya Vadu Jivanam. What do you mean by this? Vidya Vadu Jivanam. Vidya means knowledge. Vadu means? Vadu everybody knows. No. Vadu. Bride. Right. Jivanam means life. Holy name is a transcendental life of, how does Prabhupada translate? Transcendental life of bride. What's that? Bride something. Knowledge. Something Prabhupada says. The point is Vidya Vadu Jivanam means holy name will... What is bride? What is bride? What is holy name? Krishna. And who is Krishna's bride? Radha. So holy name is life of Radha Rani. There's one meaning of that. One meaning. This is something secret meaning of that. Vadu means bride. Jivana means life. Vidya means Krishna. Vidya, knowledge, transcendental knowledge, that's Krishna. So, what does Radharani does in Golok? She chants Hare Krishna whenever she wants to remember God, Krishna. And that's when Narottam Das Thakur says, Golokera Premadhana. That very mantra which Radha chants, that mantra is revealed to us here, to please Krishna. So that's her personal mantra, Hare Krishna mantra. Her personal mantra. So that's one meaning, that's internal meaning. What's the external meaning? Holy name gives us buddhi, knowledge, vidya. For what? Knowledge for what? So that we become scholar? No, what's the knowledge Holy name is giving us? This is very general answer, no? This can be answer for all questions. Any question to develop devotional service. There has to be some specific answer. What kind of knowledge Krishna gives? Yes? This is also general answer, no? Is it? No problem, you should speak. It's good to speak. It's good to be wrong here rather than be wrong when Yamdut come. It's bad, वो फिर भी आ जाएंगे. हम लोग मेरे पास तो आ जाएंगे. हम लोग वो पता है वो बहुत इंटेलिजेंट है. उनका एक्सपीरियंस, दे आर एक्सपीरियंस्ड. They know how to get rid of your country. They'll plan something. Anyway, this will not happen. But they are intelligent. They can do. But anyway, you know what? Prabhupada writes in one of his letters in 1975 that if our sannyasis do not follow rules and regulations, they will have to go to hell. Prabhupada writes, it's not easy that we have won this and things are done. It's very complex. Laws of karma are very complex. That's why Krishna says, Karmana Ghanomati. Bharat Maharaj, come on, he is at level of bhava. How can he fall down? He fell down. So Bhagavatam is helping us understand, this is a general scenario. If you wear kanthi, you're safe. But there can be many things. It's up what is going. We don't understand. Prabhupada says in one of his letter. So there are problems. If we do offenses, we go to hell. No, we go to hell. Even though we are wearing kanthi. How is it? How does it happen? One devotee, you know what happened? I'll tell you. One devotee, he got sick, very terminally sick. And then he was admitted. He was like like 25, 30 years devotee. And then he was admitted to ICU. And you know what happens in ICU? They remove this. And their children could not do anything. They had to remove this, and he died without kanti. So, you don't know how the planning is going on. They'll plan something. Yeah, it happens. Yeah, they will do. If you trick them, they can trick you. They know how to trick you. The point we were talking about this kanti, that's all. No, without kanti mala we are unsafe because our devotion is not strong, no? We are weak, no? So we need this protection. If it is gone, then it's difficult.
But Krishna, whole life you are serving me, then it's my duty.
Yeah, it's your duty. But then if we have done offenses, then we can't go back.
If our thoughts are, about Krishna, or if we take lots...
I am not telling that you will not think about Krishna. Don't worry about that. I am telling...
So even though still Yamudadas comes, that's what...
Yeah, it is very... because when you go in coma, you don't know what's happening. Yeah. In ICU...
That's what we are practicing, right? So in the coma also...
Yeah, if you are practiced, you do good, but it's very difficult. See, the point is, I'll tell you. Even in normal fever, our mind is not... We are not trained now. Even normal fever, we forget. We can't cheat ourselves. When we sleep, we forget. We are not practiced. So we are not at that... If you are at that level, very fine. That's what scriptures want. We should come at that level. We are safe. And now we are not at that level. We need protection. Is it? So, it takes time. Yeah.
Kanti mala jo hai, this kanti mala that you have,
you don't have.
Just, agar mere paas nahi hai, lekin ek jo pehnte hain, symbol hai.
You should wear.
So,
you should wear.
How can that symbol? Because the physical cheez hai.
No, it helps. Tulsi is dear to Krishna. If it is there with your skin, there are many stories in Puranas where nonsense people, they were wearing kanti, but because the fact they were wearing kanti, Yamdut could not touch them. They could not touch them. You can touch. They are ordered not to touch people who are wearing kanti. But at the same time, they have intelligence to get rid of that. There are many devotees I know. They were like one of my friend, his father was initiated. He lived for 15 years in Vrindavan. Entire life. He planned to die there. But then somehow he got some severe problem, health problem. And then his children forced him to come from Vrindavan to Delhi hospital. And he left body in Delhi. In hospital. What do you do? You should have a lot of fortune, lot of devotion to really leave your body in Vrindavan. You will be transported back. So Krishna says, it's complex. Let us face the reality. It's complex. Let us face the reality. We are not at that level. We are way beyond. We are way low. We are still infected by... Deep in the core of our heart, we are lusty, we are greedy, we have problems there. Is it? We are diseased. But no problem. If we practice nicely, it will go along. But if we hide ourselves from reality, then we can't advance. That's why I told Prabhupada said, and Prabhupada wrote this letter to GVCs, not sannyasis, from Andhra Pradesh, Nellore. He said, if my GVCs, they don't follow properly, they will have to go to hell. What do you do with that statement? Big sannyasis. It's like that. About sannyasi, what? So yeah, we have to be sincere. The bottom line of this is we should be sincere. We should be sincere. Otherwise it's complex. So Krishna will give us intelligence. What do you mean by intelligence? That's what is linked with this. All this, your answers. Krishna will give you intelligence. Krishna speaks in Bhagavad Gita. Dadami buddhi yogam tam. And Prabhupada writes in the purport of that buddhi. Prabhupada says that buddhi here means Krishna gives discrimination. Discrimination in what? Discrimination in sense gratification and service. And that's difficult. Because sometimes in the name of service we enjoy. Sometimes in the name of enjoyment we think we are doing service. So he'll give us vivek. That's called vivek. Buddhi here means vivek. It's not gyan. It's vivek. Vivek means you know exactly what is service, what is sense gratification. You're not confused by that. You don't become sense gratifier in the name of service. And that you can understand slowly. The more you have this vivek, the more you can save yourself from sense gratification, the more you are advanced. The more there are chances to think of Krishna at the time of death. Yeah, there are chances. Krishna will help us. Everything He'll do in His power to help us. He'll not sit quiet. He's always helping us. But we also have to be genuinely doing something for Him, no? Okay, Vidya, it's interesting, no? Vidya Vadhu Jeevanam. That's interesting. And then what's the next? Anandam Buddhi Vardhanam. That's the fifth effect is Anandam Buddhi Vardhanam. What do you mean by Anandam Buddhi Vardhanam? Bliss, okay. Anand means bliss. Vardhanam. When you chant, you'll get bliss. That bliss will increase. But that bliss, Ananda, here refers to a spiritual bliss, no? Transcendental bliss. So when you get bliss, Vardhana means increase. So Krishna Swami gives example of Chaitanya Chavita of poison. So you put poison, it will spread all over your body. So when you chant, first you feel bliss in your soul, and from the soul it will radiate to your heart, to your mind, to all your senses, just like poison spreads. You're poisoned by holy name, basically. Krishna Swami says there. It's a beautiful analogy. So that's bliss you get. In all your senses you get bliss. Now bliss of what? Bliss of service. Krishna, Mahaprabhu is saying when you chant, you will have enthusiasm to serve Him. That is spiritual bliss. What is the difference between spiritual bliss, material bliss? In material bliss you don't want to serve. Spiritual bliss you want to serve. So, a devotee when he chants, he feels bliss in his heart wants to serve. He feels bliss in his soul wants to serve. Then he feels bliss in his ears wants to serve. Then this bliss spreads like a poison. It goes in your hand wants to serve. It goes in your legs want to serve. It goes into all your atoms, and every atom wants to serve Krishna. That's the meaning of Anandam Buddhi Vardhanam. That's the meaning. It's not simply happiness. It's not just happiness. That's what Prabhupada said. How do we know that we are chanting nicely? Prabhupada said many things at many occasions, but many occasions Prabhupada said, if you're chanting nicely, you will have enthusiasm to serve. It's not just happiness. Because even new devotees can feel happiness, no? New devotees can feel more happiness than us. No, sometimes. When new devotees come, they are dancing in kirtan, so enthusiastic, and person who is 15 years in ISKCON, he is sitting. Okay? He is feeling less bliss. Yeah, it happens, no? It decreases. So, but is he really feeling bliss? That is a shadow of real bliss. Real bliss, that person who has spent 15 years, he is experiencing, because that bliss is to do with enthusiasm to serve. It's not just dancing and going here and there, no? There's a difference. Anandam Buddhi Vardhanam. Pratipadam Purnamrita Swadanam. When you chant, at every step, you will taste that service. Not just bliss, that service you will taste. You want to increase your service. Prabhupada said, every day increase your service. Double your service. So we should have a diary, okay. Previous what we did, okay, if not double, at least something you have to increase your service. So Pratipadam Purnamrita Swadanam. Devotee will find happiness in increasing his service. That's the effect of holy name. Although he might be burdened by it. Because life is complex, no? It's busy. You get burden of service, but no problem. He likes that burden. Pratipadam Purnamrita Swadanam. Prabhupada used to call it as spiritual anxiety. So that Pratipadam Purnamrita Swadanam means devotee at this stage, he will taste anxiety, not peace. And there's a difference. We are not here for peace. If you're here for peace, sorry, you can go back. You'll not find peace. There's no peace. There is anxiety to serve Krishna. Is it? Prabhupada didn't say peace.
Nobody will come to the program.
Nobody will come. But here devotees are there, that's why I'm talking. But you know what? I've seen many devotees in ISKCON who came to ISKCON with this mentality, I'll get peace.
Yeah.
But they don't get peace. Because there's politics. How do you stop that? I came from peace, what is happening? And then you have to do big distribution, so many service, you have anxieties. And so what's happening? So many devotees left ISKCON because the conception was wrong. Love has nothing to do with peace. Love is different. Is it? A boyfriend doesn't peacefully sit. Okay, you go to McDonald's yourself. Take money and go. If you love and peace are very different thing. A lover cannot be peaceful. He's always in anxiety. How to please my whatever who loves, Is it? Parents are always in anxiety for children. Their whole life. They're not peaceful. Because they love him. Peace is sometimes opposite to love. You're sitting peacefully, not doing anything. Okay. Husband comes. Is there food? Yeah, I'm peaceful. You cook yourself. You want peace? So I'm peaceful. And so you love me or not? So see, there's a difference between peace and love. You understand? There's a difference. And that's what is Prabhupada's teaching. That's what many devotees do not understand. I was there in Detroit, Denver. They're talking about peace. I told, look, it's not peace. We are not here for peace. We are peaceful for material world. That's another thing. Whenever scripture says you should be peaceful, for material world we are peaceful. But for Krishna we are not peaceful. We are more anxious. That is pratipadam purnamrita swadanam. At every step you will taste service. The taste of anxieties of that service, which is love. So the more anxiety you have, the more it is good. So one devotee was asking me, Prabhu, I do so much service, I get disturbed, I get a lot of anxiety, what to do? Well, that's good. That's good. He was expecting some other answer. He was saying, no. Well, that's good, that's what we want. But he told, no, but if you're not peaceful, you can't chant properly, because when you chant, then thoughts come, no? If you chant, then you get thoughts of service, to do this, do that, talk to him. I told, well, this means you don't have a proper conception, because if you have anxieties, you love Krishna. The more you love Krishna, the more concentration you get in holy name. If you try to concentrate on holy name, you will not get concentration. That's not the way. If you try to serve Krishna and develop love, automatically you get concentration, no? Because you love him. So why we are not able to concentrate on holy name? Why? Now you got the answer. Why?
Because we don't love Krishna.
Because we are looking for peace. That's our problem. If you think about it, that's a problem. We are not looking for love. Whole Mahaprabhu's philosophy is love. Love means sacrifice. Love demands sacrifice. Any movie you see, Romeo and Juliet, what's happening? It will be flop if both of them are peacefully sitting. Nothing happens. All romance movies. You have drama, you have anxieties, you have so many things are going on. That's why we understand this is love story. If everybody is peaceful in that movie, it's not love story. Maybe that's arts movie. Everybody is peaceful, or maybe some other movie, but it's not love story. So where there is love, there is there's a phrase in English, where there is love, there is war. You have heard this? War, there is war.
Satya.
In English it is said. So Prabhupada said, household life, wife, husband fight. Because there is love. Another aspect of love is fight. See, if you don't love, you will neglect. That's why if you don't love your neighbors, they do something, okay, theek hai, who cares, neglect. Is it? But whom you love, you can't neglect. And that's why you fight. Because you want things to happen with the person whom you love. You can't delete him from the picture, no? And many times, when you love somebody too much, and he tries to not reciprocate, People kill. People murder, no? If you don't love me, I'll not allow you to love anybody. Finish. Is it? Movies that happen, no?
Prabhuji, how is that different from infatuation?
Infatuation is extreme love. That's what we are looking with Krishna. You want to be infatuated with Krishna. That's what Prabhupada was. Prabhupada never sat in peace. When Prabhupada was here, he was telling you go to China, you go to America, you go to Africa, you go to Saudi Arab. They were telling it's so risky, we'll die. Prabhupada said, no problem, die. Die for Krishna. It's better to die for Krishna than to live without Krishna. What's the use of that? That's Prabhupada's mood, which we are forgetting that. We are actually missing that now. We all are missing. We are talking about something else. It's love. It's not peace. Let's not talk about peace. We are not here for peace. We are here for love. Loving Krishna. It's different. Okay, so you understand Pratipadam Purnabhra Swadanam? It's a different take here. It's not simple. And then last is, what's that? Sarvatmana Snapanam Param Vijate Shri Krishna. So, seventh effect is Sarvatmana Snapanam. Sarva Atma means that all, Atma means soul, Atma means body, Atma means senses. Snapanam means bathing. Holy name will bathe your soul, your senses, your every atom by service attitude. So Prabhupada says, most important thing is service attitude, not just service. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, he says, nectar of devotion, he says, in preface, nectar of instruction, introduction, he says, what matters is service attitude. Krishna sees with what attitude you are doing. Not just service, what you are doing, is it? So, the proper service attitude, our soul, our senses, it is all imbued with proper service attitude. Service, what do you mean by service attitude? What do you mean by that?
Work for Krishna.
Okay, good, yeah. So, with the intention to working for Krishna, with the intention to please Him. That's service attitude. Because you can serve without pleasing somebody. Is it? I can serve you, but it might not please you. So we have to serve Him in a way so that He is pleased. That's the most important thing. And that is Vrindavan all about. We are serving now, but it's not necessary our service is pleasing Him. Is it? We are told how to serve, but our service is not really pleasing Him. We are training ourselves in service. When we become perfect in service, we know how by service to please Him. Because what we are doing here, same things they are doing. Is it? They are also cooking, we are also cooking. Radharani is cooking, we are cooking. They are chanting Hare Krishna, we are chanting Hare Krishna. What's the difference?
They are perfectly
Yeah.
trained. We are
Yeah. Attitude, yeah. We are training. They know by their service they can please Him. We don't know how by our service we can please Him fully. We don't know. That's the difference. That's Sarvatmana Snapanam. In your whole entire constitution, soul, body, senses, you will have this intuition, that intuitive power to understand. He'll give you that understanding. By this service, I'm getting pleased. I'm getting pleased. And if Krishna gets pleased, how do you know He's getting pleased? How do you know that?
If we concentrate on chanting.
He will tell you, oh my dear, I'm pleased with you. No, okay.
Just concentrate on chanting.
Okay, good. If you get concentration in chanting, anything else? Good.
You will love to chant more rounds.
Mm-hmm.
He'll take away everything from us.
See, all these answers are good. No, good. But I want one specific answer. Because all these answers you can be confused. Is it? Sometimes you feel like chanting more, sometimes not feel like chanting more. So there's one symptom which you can't be confused. Which is there. What is that one symptom? Bliss is anybody can get confused bliss. I told new devotee also getting blissed.
They're guessing when the Guru is pleased.
Okay, good. That's one thing. When Guru is pleased, when Vaishnavas are pleased, Krishna is pleased. Guru includes Vaishnavas also. When devotees are pleased, Krishna is pleased. Now, for example, if there is no Guru and no Vaishnavas, you are lost in forest. Then how do you know?
He cannot spend even a minute without thinking of Krishna. Always
Okay, yeah,
meditating.
that may be. Anything else? You know the answer. You know the answer, but you don't know that that answer has to be said now. That's a problem.
He'll take away everything from us and make us.
Maybe he loves us back.
Suppose you are lost in forest. You're lost in Arizona desert. You can't meet Guru, you can't meet Vaishnavas, you're alone, you are chanting. You can't do anything. How do you know Krishna is pleased with me? Tell me now. No, not go there. No, not go there. Before that?
He maintains.
Before that. No, name, form, qualities, pastimes, you forgot that. When you chant, if he is pleased, he will reveal himself in holy name. We have heard.
Holy name is
Yeah. So when you chant, he will reveal himself. Reveal his form, qualities, pastimes. That's, he's pleased. Somebody is pleased with you, what he does? He comes to meet you, no? Okay, my dear, I'm pleased with you, I'm coming to have dinner. So when you chant, if he's pleased, he'll come and meet you in holy name.
Haribo.
That's what is revelation of form, name, qualities. He wants to meet you. He's coming to have a meeting. He's pleased, we know. So that's one thing how we know that Krishna is pleased. So when you chant, if Krishna's form, name, qualities, and pastimes are revealing, to the degree they are revealed, to the degree he is pleased. If they are not getting revealed, there's a problem. You have to tune your service, some offenses, some lack. There's some lack, some reading, some focus, some sincerity. There's some problem there. Is it? So that is a very subjective thing. You know within your soul whether he's pleased or not. So fully pleased. If he's fully pleased, he'll come. You understand? So we should not be fooled that Krishna is pleased. You know yourself whether he's pleased or not. Prabhupada said you don't need any certificate. Many times Prabhupada said you don't need any certificate in Krishna consciousness from anybody else whether Krishna is happy or not. Krishna will tell you. He will tell you by revealing himself. And I don't know, none of us is experiencing name, form, pastimes, no? Anybody? No, none of us. This means Krishna is not really pleased. He is pleased to a certain extent. Because we are pleasing Vaishnavas, we are pleasing spiritual master. That's why we are sitting here. If he is not pleased, we can't sit here. First of all. But we are talking about fully pleased. Prabhupada says you should please Krishna from all respects. So it's not that we are chanting and he's jumping up and down. Hey, it's nice. Or we want to make Krishna jump up and down. Actually, you know what? That, Vittal? So who was that? Tukaram? And Tukaram used to chant, Krishna used to dance. He used to jump up and down. He's fully pleased, no? That's our aim. So how do we know? And he reveals. So our target is that. Target is that platform. And by revealing himself, he shows he's pleased. By not revealing himself in holy name, he is helping us to understand that you need to work. So that's also his mercy. His revelation is mercy. His not revealing is also mercy. It's not his neglect. You see? So he's pleased with his devotees. That is why he is not revealing himself to us. To help us understand that you have to work a little more. Don't stay wherever you are. You have to purify yourself. To advance. You have not reached perfection. Until unless we don't reach perfection, until unless Krishna is not fully pleased, we are always prone to fall down. Maya is working. She'll take us. She'll take us like that. And if we think we are safe, we are in illusion, because how many years of experience you have? 10, 11, 12, 20, 25, 30, 40 years? How much experience Maya has? Infinite. She can do anything. If she can make Brahma run after her daughter, his daughter. If she can make Shiva run after Mohini, who are we? We are like useless people, She can do anything with us. But she's not doing. It's not that she's trying. She doesn't do anything with us. Because she knows if she does something, we are gone. We are out of picture. She's okay sitting here. Let them do something. That's okay. If I come in picture, they'll not be able even to do anything. So there's illusion, but she is okay. But she will strike when the time comes. She doesn't strike always. She's not fool. A good enemy doesn't strike always. Good enemy waits for opportunity. When time comes, then they strike and you're out. That's what illusion does. When time comes, she will strike. And if you're not strong, you're out of the picture. You'll do some Vaishnava offense. You'll do some weird thing. You'll go mad. You'll do something wrong. You're out. And that's what happened with so many disciples of Prabhupada. They left, no, Prabhupada? After so many years of service. Many. Why? When time came, she striked. Bhakti Saraswati Thakur's main disciple, left hand, Sundarana Vidya Vinod, he challenged illusion, Maya, that she can't separate me from Bhakti Siddhanta. And he was the first person to reject him after he left. He rejected, he threw all his books in Ganges. He told it's contradicting teachings. I don't find his teachings proper. How it happened? She striked at proper time. She will strike, so we have to be careful. We have to be very strong. Don't play with illusion. It's not time to play. It's not fun time. It's not that. That is why we are having these programs, to enthuse us. That's why my request is please read Prabhupada books. See, whatever I gave you explanation, it was different, no? You were thinking something else? Of all these? Ananda Modi Vardhanam Pratipadam and all these things. You have a different idea. Because, but Prabhupada has a different idea. So if we read Prabhupada books, then we can understand what actually is a mood, what should be a mood intensity. Then we can go. Otherwise, none of us can be here. It's difficult. It's difficult after 20 years. In ISKCON it happens. After 5 years of chanting, suddenly 6th year realization comes, I am chanting. This. Before that you're chanting, but you don't know, what's happening. So after 6th year, oh yes, I am chanting, this Hare Krishna mantra. It happened, no, with all of us. Suddenly, this is a process. And then after 10 years, it becomes routine. Okay, Mangal Aarti, chanting, program Saturday, Sunday. Okay, done. So things are going on. After 15 years, it becomes boring. ठीक है. Okay, fine. After 20 years, if you ask somebody, okay, what's the situation? He says, हो गया, बहुत हो गया. This life, I don't want to go back to Godhead. Next life, we'll see. And I'm telling you, I'm not joking. This happens. I've asked many devotees, many Prabhupada disciples also. They say it's done. We can't do more. We can't chant. We have chanting 16 rounds, 40 years, 30 years. Nothing has happened. We can't continue. It's done. Next life we'll see. It'll happen. If you don't believe, it'll happen. It's happening. After 25 years, you say it's over. I'll leave it. It's done. I'm going back. I didn't get anything. You didn't get anything, no? What did you get? Nothing? Some bliss? Some service? What did you get? So that doubts creates confusion. But people who are sincere, they know they have already got everything. It's not I didn't get anything. You have already got the process, you have already got Krishna, you have already got service. So you don't get doubts. So illusion is tricky. She can touch us only if we are not in line with the parampara. If we don't understand the mood of our parampara, of our acharya, then we are gone. Then it's speculation, no? We are speculating our ideas, no? That is why I took this verse today. To also help you understand, sometimes we have our own definitions of what we think, no? And we think it's right, but it's not right. That's why we need devotees. They come and they say, no, this is wrong, you're thinking wrong. It has to be defined like this. So, Anandam Buddhi Vartanam has to be defined with love, not with peace. Forget peace. And then we have to read Prabhupada books. So Param Vijate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam. That's the answer here. How do you know Krishna is pleased? Param Vijate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam. By Kirtanam you know, by chanting you know Krishna is pleased. Krishna will reveal himself in chanting. Sankirtanam means, what do you mean by Sankirtanam?
Get together.
Yeah, Sangha means with devotees. And Sangha, if there are no devotees, then what do you mean by Sangha? If there are no devotees, if you're in a desert, what do you mean by Sankirtanam? You can't do Sankirtanam?
Yeah, we can do.
How?
So many living entities are there.
If you're in a desert, there's no living entity. Okay. Sankirtanam also means you are chanting with your soul, body, mind, intelligence together. That's Sankirtanam. All are together, dedicated to Krishna. That's also one meaning of Sankirtanam. Prabhupada says in Chaitanya Charitamrita. All of them. So, everything holy name will help us. That is a side effect of holy name. Not the effect. But beautiful side effect, no? This is a side effect of holy name should also be very big, no? Because it's holy name. If you go to a king and he says, okay, give him something. That something will be big thing. Because he's a king. You get big thing. So that's holy name all about. Oh, I wanted to do full Shikshashtakam, but
We can do every day.
It's 51.
It's a longer thing. Then
Okay.
every evening we can have one verse.
something like this we can do because all of you will be here.
Yeah.
Okay. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Any questions? We have been question
डर
answering.
गए प्रभु जी आज बहुत हिम्मत नहीं हो रही है पूछने की
Dar gaya. People are afraid.
मर गया
Prabhuji, you said like there is no peace in Bhakti means even full of anxiety. But in India and in all over the world also we preach to the people that you will get peace.
No, for ordinary people we say.
Yeah.
We have to say. Because they will get peace from materialistic life. But here I am talking about spiritual life. In spiritual life we don't have peace. You have to be anxious. But he'll not be able to understand spiritual anxiety, no?
Anxiety is good, right?
No.
spiritual anxiety.
Oh, spiritual anxiety. But materialistic person, when you are preaching, he doesn't know what is spiritual. How will he understand spiritual? So we say you get peace.
भाषा में समझाना
He get peace from material word.
Yes. So that's what.
His material anxiety reduces. So that answer is good. But for devotees, we have to understand, we are not here for peace when you are engaged in service of Krishna.
Yeah, actually they make the point like peace again, the opposite of peace, like making any harm to others. That's what they think.
Acha.
So we don't
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah.
We don't harm anybody. The anxiety is for our serving. We
So that's what I am saying, no? That's what I am telling.
yeah.
Same thing I am telling.
I think the anxiety is to that we are not perfect in pleasing. We are still far away from.
Anxiety is to serve him.
Yeah.
That's all. Make it simple. Is it okay? I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's okay. To them, we don't say all these things. New people. We need word peace. So you chant. So, okay, good. Yeah. Good. For them, preaching, it's good.
No, that's
We need
how
word
people
peace.
get attracted. Like
Of course. This is a devotee class. This is not a... Or that's why I asked, who is new? Nobody is new. So, I have to speak what is beneficial to you. I don't have to speak what is not beneficial to you. That's my job. To help you get above your limits. How will we do that? So, for you, it is like this. If there was new person, I would not talk this.
yeah, thank you. Prabhuji.
I would not talk this.
वो तो मान जाएंगे प्रभु अभी से ऐसा बोल रहे हैं तो मान जाएंगे
But you know what? I'll tell you what. Because of speaking about peace and all these things, we even don't speak these topics in devotees. Nobody talks about spiritual anxiety. Why? There are different levels, no? Otherwise, devotees keep on hearing those things, and they don't advance. Is it? So, if there's a devotee program, we still talk about peace and this. Okay, nice. So that doesn't help anybody to advance. So that's why I talked this to little get you out of your peaceful situation. There's no
Spiritual
peace.
surgery is needed.
That's what a teacher's job is. Okay, who wanted to ask? Oh, nobody?
Books.
Okay, nobody wanted to ask anything? Okay, fine. That's fine. Everybody is... can you just take that out? So, thank you very much for hearing. Whatever I told, it's there in Prabhupada books. Please read Prabhupada books. How many of you read Chaitanya Charitamrita? You might have read, you all devotees. Chaitanya Charitamrita you have read? Full? Not. Oh, that's why you can't understand what I'm speaking. Because there's there in Chaitanya Charitamrita Ante Leela, 17th chapter, Madhya Leela 17th chapter, this concept of spiritual anxiety Prabhupada is bringing. Ante Leela is full of this concept of spiritual anxiety. Mahaprabhu is anxious, no? That's what is Ante Leela. In his letters, how many of you have read letters of Prabhupada? Letters? Read some of them? Room conversations? Morning walks? How many letters you have read? Oh, there's so many books. Please read letters. I'll give a seminar on reading Prabhupada books. In the Hindu temple, mein?
We can do that.
I think all devotees will be there.
Yeah.
So how do we appreciate Prabhupada books? Every book, Prabhupada small books has a different place. They have different thing to give. Big books have different thing to give. Letters have different thing to give. When you combine, then you understand what is Prabhupada. You can't substitute. There are different things you get from different places. So that's what is my request to you all. Please read Prabhupada books. That was my lecture all about. It was not to make you fear. It was to make you understand you lack reading. You all lack reading. Reading of Prabhupada books. Please read that. And it's not a big thing, is it? You have to make some kind of system in your life. That's all. Finish. Prabhupada books we should know verbatim. You can forget your name. You can't afford to read. I gave this seminar in Denver. And there were few Prabhupada disciples. And they really thanked me, yes. Again, we have got enthusiasm to read books, letters. And that's what I want from all of you. Okay, thank you. And